Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for the 22nd through the 28th of January 2023. I do hope you guys had a really great week. I'm going to take a quick second just to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. If it is resonating with you, take what does resonate and leave the rest for someone else. Also, keep in mind that the energies can reverse or flip-flop. It's really not that unusual in a general reading. I will be giving away a free personal tarot reading at the end of this month. And if you would like to participate in that, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and leave me a comment. All right, Virgo, let's get started. Spirit, can I have the energy of Virgo? Virgo. Well, that was fast. Let's see what we've got. All right, Virgo, you have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. You have the Hermit in the reverse. And you've got the King of Coins. All right. So I can see that something has been worrying you. In fact, you were extremely worried. I feel like you pulled back in order to kind of process it, find some answers. You did some soul searching here. It may have been about money or finances. Doesn't have to be. It could have also been about commitment. But in either case, or regardless what it was about, you pulled back. I do feel like you found the answers that you were looking for. Because I am seeing that there is going to be some communication here that you're fixing to communicate. And I'm also seeing that the anxiety and the upset that you were experiencing is beginning to resolve as well. So that's very good. With the King of Coins, you may be working very hard right now. I do see that you are very much focused on building your money, building your career or your finances. But there could also be something to do with commitment here. So let's see who's in your energy. Spirit, show me who is in Virgo's energy, please. Show me who's in Virgo's energy, please. Thank you. All right. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. Eight of Swords. And the Page of Cups. Yeah, somebody else was stressed out as well. So I feel like there was a period here where you and someone were not talking, or if you were talking, there were things that weren't being said. This person is experiencing something of a blockage. They're up in their head, you're up in your head. They feel mentally trapped in their emotions. Whatever the situation is here, they feel blocked by it, and they play it over and over and over in their head. It's almost like they're obsessed with it. However, I do see that it looks like it's going to resolve in a very peaceful way, because they have the Page of Cups. You have the King of Coins. So I feel like either there's going to be an apology, and if not an apology, there's going to be some kind of a reaching out to you in a very loving type of way. Nothing big, nothing extravagant, but some form of reaching out in a loving manner. So let's see the energy between the two of you. Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, a lack of communication or something that isn't being said. And that's what had you upset, had you worried. They felt blocked. There was this blockage. So I really feel like there's a lack of communication that's going on. but for some reason you're beginning to feel better about it. I feel like you've come up with some answers. So let's see what's affecting this connection. And I will say too, Virgo, you seem a little bit further along in this than the person that's in your energy. All right, so what's affecting the situation is the King of Swords. Could be dealing with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But this is, as an energy, it's a very fair energy. It's honest. Somebody who's being honest, fair. It does speak to communication, which is very good. But the communication is going to be very honest and direct. The communication is going to also be done in such a way that it's not emotional. It's being done with a head over heart type of mentality, trying to set the emotions aside for a moment and just be very rational about the decisions and about the conversation. So I do feel that there's going to be a conversation here. I feel like you will initiate the conversation, and I feel like both parties are going to be very fair in this conversation. Now, for some of you, the King of Swords can indicate an attorney or somebody that works in the legal field, but that would probably be very few of you because I'm not seeing a lot of other cards that indicate legal involvement. All right, so let's see your outcome at the end of the week. Show me the outcome, please. Yeah, Ace of Swords. It's a big conversation. It's going to bring a lot of clarity. There it is. All right. Very simple, fairly anyway. All right, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Coins in the reverse. Interesting. So you could be dealing with a earth sign. That would be another Virgo like yourself, or a Taurus or a Capricorn. But I really believe that that is more indicative of your energy. I feel as if there is something here that is leading you to feel a bit of a sense of loss. I feel like it's also your energy in a more of a, I don't want to say negative because I don't feel like it's negative. I feel like it's more lower vibrational. It's not the highest vibrational energy that you could be in. This is underlying energy. And I do feel like you're feeling somehow a sense of loss. Now, this could be related to money. You could have had a financial loss. If that's the case, you will have that come back with some. Because the underlying energy is Queen of Coins in the reverse, but you end up with the King of Coins in the upright. So whether it's your energy being lower vibrational, or whether it's a loss of relationship, you're not seeing eye to eye with someone, or whether it's a loss of money, it all turns out with a recovery plus some, okay? And you wind up at the end of the week in your power, seated in your power with a high vibration. So, you know, take heart because you're going to be just fine. All right, let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Nine of Swords here in reverse? All right, so we have the Page of Swords and we have the Star. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. All right, so yeah, you saw something. There's something you saw or something you heard that is giving you a lot of hope. It's giving you a lot of hope, and that's what's relieving this anxiety. It's making you feel better. So you could have seen something. You could have talked to somebody that made you feel better. There was hope that was reinstated. It brought back the emotional balance, and because before that, you may have even lost sleep over the situation. You definitely were up in your head, but now you feel more hopeful. All right, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Five of Pentacles. Oof. Okay. So, wow, okay. So you, Virgo, you felt abandoned here. Oh, yeah, no wonder you were up in your head. So there is a sense of loss. Now, for some of you, this is abandonment. For others of you, again, I'm seeing for some of you, this is a loss of money. With the Queen of Wands, though, there's a sense here that you feel that you have to do something about this. There's a sense that you need to take action. These are the answers that you've come up with. Because I see you having pulled back during this time of non-communication, and you were looking for answers. You were trying to figure it out. You're going to take action. I feel like you're going to be the one to initiate this conversation. And it's going to be about either this loss of money, or it's going to be about this feeling of abandonment. Yeah, because you're feeling like you're left out in the cold. Now, that being said, I feel like you are actually showing up here to other people. The way you appear is to be very attractive. People are gravitating towards you. Some of you may have opened up a side business, or you may have opened up a full-fledged business. There could have been a loss of money connected to that. But again, like I said, don't stress, because I see you getting that money back and then some. I do see, though, that you're a go-getter. You're definitely a go-getter, and I feel like people are gravitating toward you. You have a zest for life right now. And so the energy that I'm seeing that's low vibrational is really not in keeping with who you normally are. So I do think you're going to take action. You're going to initiate a conversation. Let's see why the King of Coins is here. You could also be dealing with a fire sign. That would be a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius. Why is the King of Coins here? Why is the King of Coins here? All right, we have the Four of Coins and the Sun in reverse. So for those of you that have lost money, you're watching your money. You're definitely holding on to your money because you don't know what's going to happen. You feel like you have no clue what's going to happen in the future, and so you're holding on to your money. As a result, not only will you get what you've lost back, but you'll add to that. So it's because you're being very thrifty right now with your money. Now, with those of you that this is commitment, I do see you being very guarded. You're very guarded. There's something here that you might be holding on to with regard to commitment that it's something that made you unhappy. And that's why you're guarded, and you're harboring a grudge, it looks like. There's something that a grudge or something that you're holding on to. Something that made you unhappy. And you're kind of holding it. You're not releasing it. You're not letting it go. I would let that go. That might be what's lowering your vibration. But, I don't know, because honestly, I don't know what it is. I do see you being very protective of yourself, though. All right, let's look at the person's energy that is in your vicinity here. Spirit, why is the Eight of Wands in reverse? Oh, look at that. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Coins reversed. And the Ace of Wands reversed. So this person feels that you're low vibrational right now. They feel that possibly you're making very poor decisions. This person, or at least at the time that this blockage occurred, or the lack of communication, I see that there's an ending. I see a broken contract. There's a unwillingness to be cooperative. For some, there could have been even some third-party energy. Because I have the Three of Coins along with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a very phallic symbol. And it indicates the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which is an ended relationship. So for some of you, this person may have blocked you or stopped talking to you because they felt that there may have been infidelity or in a marriage or cheating in a relationship. Now, I'm not saying there was. I'm saying that for some of you, this person believes that. For others, though, this person, there's an ending for sure. This person's not very cooperative with you at this particular time, and they view you in a negative light for some reason. That's why this blockage is here. Let's see why the Eight of Swords is here. Yeah, Eight of Swords is clarifying the Eight of Swords. So they're really stressed. And then we have the Hermit in reverse. Now remember, the Hermit is also your card in the Major Arcana. And it's a direct tie back to you. So this person is very, very stressed out about you. They are bordering on just obsessing about you. And what you're going to do and what you're thinking and what's going on with you. And are you going to talk to them? They are just like, just obsessively thinking about you. What are you going to say? What kind of answers have you come up with? Let's see why the Page of Cups is here. Are you thinking about them? Like you're just all in their thoughts. You could be dealing with another Virgo, but I think that's your energy. All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the King of Swords in the reverse. So they're moving very slow. This person is moving very slow. I do see them extending themselves to you by way of an apology or some sort of loving gesture. However, they're angry. There's a sense of them being angry is why they're moving so slow. So I don't know what happened here, but there definitely was something that occurred. It's put a block here. They're very obsessed with this. They're thinking about it constantly, and they're angry. So they're moving extremely slow, but they are moving towards you and they are going to extend themselves to you. Let's look at the energy between the two of you. Why is the Page of Wands in reverse? All right, we have the Ten of Wands and the Four of Swords. Yeah, they're not speaking. They're not speaking. They're trying to heal their energy, and it has to do, for some, a third party, but for most of you, I don't think that's many of you, for most of you, it has to do with a contract that they feel you broke. And so they have pulled away. They're not communicating. They're healing their energy. And they may have even blocked you, like from their phone, or blocked you, you know, on social media. You know there's problems. And the problem for you is that they're not speaking. There is something here that you have seen, or something that you have heard that has given you a lot of hope, though, because you're not nearly as worried. You have a lot of hope now. So something has changed for you, but for them, they're still very upset and even angry. Let's see why the King of Swords is here. I feel like that's their energy kind of pulling itself into a better mind frame. Let's see, why is the King of Swords here? Thank you. All right, we have the Death card and we have the Fool. So I do see both parties speaking honestly, both parties being very rational, talking very rationally. This person they're gonna let their anger go, and they're going to approach this in a very fair and honest way. You are going to be talking to them about ending something. And I feel like you will initiate this conversation. They're going to be talking to you about how they're worried about you beginning something new, or beginning something new with you. They may be very worried or concerned about a new beginning between the two of you. So it's very different energies. Like, you're talking about an ending, they're talking about a new beginning. So that's unusual. They're very, very concerned about it, though. They're concerned about you. This is you. They're obsessing about it, and they're obsessing about what you have decided to do, what you're thinking about a new beginning. You, on the other hand, are dealing with loss and dealing with feeling abandoned. You're going to take the initiative, but you want to talk to them about ending something. Now, this could be a transformation instead. Let's look at your outcome, because this is where this big conversation comes in. And it's going to bring clarity to everybody. Let's hope it brings clarity to me, because y'all, I don't see this. One's talking about a new beginning, the other's talking about an ending. So let's hope the clarity includes me. All right. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Clarify the ending, please. Clarify the end of the week outcome. All right, you have the World. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Oh, look at that. And the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so the shared energy is a renewed love, okay? It's a new beginning in love here. So this may be a transformation. This is a new beginning in love, okay? And this big conversation is going to lead to that. It's a new beginning in love. I see you ending a cycle to begin a new cycle. You are a little guarded in this because you've been unhappy, and you may be unsure about how to go about ending this cycle and beginning a new cycle. So you're you're a little unclear. This conversation is going to clear that up, and you're going to end a cycle and begin a new cycle. It's going to become clear with this conversation because it's a little muddled for you. On their side, what they were angry about is something that they felt was deceptive. And so during this conversation, they're going to reveal that to you, but it's going to take some time. They're going to slowly reveal that to you. Because this person loves you, Virgo, but there's something here that they felt was deceptive. Or either that or they're going to make a confession. There could be a confession. They could have lied. Now, for some of you, sometimes the King of Swords in the reverse can be dishonest. So there could be something this person is going to confess to you. It's going to take them a little bit into this conversation to do so, and there's going to be an apology, and they're going to ask for a new beginning, and it will be after you have already stated to them, you're done, you're finished, you're not doing this. There's too many problems, I'm done, I'm not doing this. But it's going to cause you to rethink this. It's something you don't know. So I don't feel like it's something that is harmful towards you. It's something they kept from you because maybe they didn't want you to be hurt. And you may have misunderstood it. But they weren't honest with you. They're going to be honest with you. And I feel like it's going to make things clear to you. And the cycle that is going to end will be this grudge that you've been holding for some of you. Either way, I'm seeing a new beginning in love in this connection. Yeah, I do. So I do see that. So for some of you, this person, they're holding a secret back, and it has to do with protecting you, actually. At least that's their intention. I don't know that that is the right thing to do, but that was what their intention was. And you are seeing it a very different way. So they'll confess that to you. It's all going to come out in the wash, for sure. At the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. This is underlying energy, and it tells me that, again, this has to do with loss. So underlying all of this, there's a lot of loss. And that's what, when you came into this reading, there was pain, there was loss, but you seemed to very quickly move through that. It has to do with something you saw or you heard that gave you great hope. So let's pull a few oracles, see if anything at all comes out. Yeah, it's an interesting reading. This person definitely has feelings for you, though. And if they were not being completely honest, it was not in a way that I can tell anyway to cause harm. It almost appears as if they were trying to protect you in some way. All right, so you have Hand of Cards. It says take a chance and a risk, being strategic, and not showing your hand. We have seduction. So there's flirting, dating, hooking up. For some, there's maybe some third-party interference that's happened. And then we have, on their side, we have runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, or listening to ego. So, you know, some of that could be taking place with this person that you're dealing with as well. All right. And we have the Chinese New Year starting on the 22nd. So I took the liberty of pulling you a fortune cookie. Let's see what you have. It says manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you, and your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. Beautiful. All right. I do hope this has been helpful, Virgo. If you are interested in participating in the drawing for the free personal tarot reading, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and leave me a comment, and I will put you into that drawing. Until I see you in the monthlies, namaste.